Hello and welcome to my video. Today I'm going to talk about environmental challenges, specifically loss of biodiversity. Actually, it's my first time to have presentation in English, so it's a little bit nervous, but I do my best. These are index what I'm gonna talk about. And before we get in, we have to know the meaning of environment. According to a book from Capina, it says as far back as ancient Greece and Rome, humankind has made a continual effort to situate itself within nature, or nature within itself, according to our dynamic and evolving understanding of ourselves and our environment. However, human impact has never been as far-reaching as in the years since the Industrial Revolution. But according to the IUCN, over 19 species out of the 53,000 assessed to date are threatened within extinction. The convergence of population growth, expanding agriculture, deforestation, and climate change is likely to create immense challenges for humanity and will certainly worsen the biodiversity crisis. Then, what is the reasons of loss in biodiversity? Edward Wilson, who created a term biodiversity, a biologist in USA, said that the hippo can explain reasons of it. H represent habitat. Urbanization destroys habitats. And I represent invasion. A species from elsewhere brought by humans threaten original species. P represent pollution. Many toxic material pollute the earth. Another P represent population. The more human being born, and the more resources need. And for the last one, O represent overexploitation, which means deforestation, overfishing, and excessive hunting. Then why biodiversity matters? From a micro point of view, it affects the entire industry, including pharmaceuticals, cosmetics, and horticulture. And from a macro point of view, human civilization depends on biodiversity. According to Millennium Ecosystem Assessment, which is published in 2005, the disappearance of diversity is expected to lead to an emergency in the supply of food, as well as an increase in human suffering and economic losses due to natural disasters. If a company continues to use limited resources as they do now, society will collapse. But there are some environmental friendly companies that attempt to give help to our society as well as environment. For instance, Starbucks in US and Canada, consumers get discount if they bring their own mug or tumblers. Dell, which is known as computer manufacturer, when consumers buy new PC, they conduct environmental campaigns to plant trees in new factories in the name of the purchaser. Johnson & Johnson purchased 3,000 kilowatts of methane gas and signed a contract to supply power to 3 research buildings near the landfill for about 15 years. In my opinion, the problem with the decline of diversity gives us a great frustration because we already know the cause of this problem and we know what adverse effects it will have on human civilization. And we also know that effective countermeasures are already in place to curb the current flow of the biodiversity loss. Nonetheless, many advanced nations are laughing at the way they think about environmental policy, nature-friendly technology, and sustainability. It is a reality that they give more value to short-term economic growth than to the question of whether or not next few generations can survive on the planet. We all have to take responsibilities from now on.